Good morning, John again. Playing Immaculate Grid and going for a low time, low rarity score and playing grid number 505, which we'll dedicate to Tony Perez because he had 505 career doubles. He works for the Reds, Red Sox, Expos, Phillies, I think. So we'll see if we can work him in. And if 500 doubles ever becomes a category, we can sneak him in there too. Let's get started. Gonna share my screen and we'll roll right into it. This would have been Sunday's grid, 30 saves. A lot of people actually did get this sub 10. I didn't realize there were some rare options there. So good on y'all. Hit and refresh, hit and go, and away we go. All right. Just scanning, but no, I don't think there's I don't think there's a Tony Perez opportunity here. All right, let's go Otis Nixon. And here we can go Randy Johnson. Let's get Chipper Jones here. Actually, let's get Andrew Jones and Chipper Jones the next one over. Ken Griffey Jr. here. Edgar Martinez here. 100 RBI season. Giancarlo Stanton has definitely done that. Let's get Todd Zeal here. And that's interesting. I'm trying to come up with some Dawson, I guess. Anyone else? Cabrera's not in yet. Is it just Dawson? It can't be just Dawson. Dawson could have worked over here. That would have been a nice trap. Um, well, coming up on a minute 30 here. I mean, Ichiro's not in yet. Miguel Cabrera's not in yet. Is it really just him? No, it's five people. Piazza's one of them. Forgot about Piazza. So I won't do Piazza. I won't do Dawson. It's three other people splitting about 48%. So whoever I pick is probably going to be higher than that. Man, I'm trying to come up with someone. All right, that's an interesting one. Marlins Hall of Famers. All right, well, let's do a stop share and a reshare of that screen. And refresh. And that's an interesting little conundrum there. All right, so let's knock out some of these. 100 RBI season for the Braves. Some point. Who was the 47 MVP? That'd probably be a good one because I can't remember it right now. Um, let's see who else would work. 100 RBI seasons. You could get David Justice in there. Jeff Burrows. Let's go with him. 1977, I think. He had 40 home runs to 100 RBI. Go sub one. For Hall of Fame, I think I'm gonna go with Johnny Evers. 0.3. Atlanta and either Montreal or Washington. Adam LaRoche works, I think. You could go Dennis Martinez briefly played for Atlanta. Maybe that's a good move. Um, who else would I go with there? Just talking out loud. Not coming up with a lot of people. Like Ron Gant doesn't end up over there in Washington, I mean, or Montreal. Um, maybe Javi Vasquez. He had a season. in Atlanta? 2%. Okay. I'm gonna go David Segui over here. Sub one. 100 RBI season. I wonder if anyone other than Alvin Davis did it in the 80s. Um, you get Buhner, A-Rod, Edgar Martinez, and King Griffey all doing it in the 2000s. Tino Martinez might have done it before he went to the Yankees. Um, but Raul Ibanez for 1%. And then a Hall of Famer. I didn't check to see how many there were. There's obviously Edgar Martinez, who I've got right there. Edgar Martinez drive. Um, you get Griffey, you get Randy Johnson. Um, Gossage, I think, is Gossage or Perry, but Perry got his 300th win with Seattle. So I'm going to go Gossage for 3%. All right. Washington and Florida. There's another one where Javi Vasquez would have worked. Um, yeah, I'd gone with Todd Zeal, who was kind of a standby for the AL East teams uh that aren't Atlanta. But Brad Hand hits all the AL East teams. Let's see how popular that knowledge is. Way too popular. Okay, I shouldn't have used it. For 100 RBI for the Marlins, I think Jorge Cantu is a pretty safe bet, especially since he's most definitely not in the Hall of Fame. Go sub one. And now, so there's Piazza and Dawson. Sheffield's not in. Cabrera's not in. Ichiro's not in. Stanton's obviously not in because he's still active. Um, and you know the other guys aren't in for any number of reasons. Barry Bonds was a hitting coach for the Marlins, but that's not going to work. Um, Pudge Rodriguez will work. There's three, so there's two more. Um, is there any closer I'm not thinking of? Hoffman, four. Maybe I go Hoffman. Who's the fifth? Pretty sure Hoffman's the way to go, though. All right, rarity of 19 with Hoffman taking 7. It's pretty good if there's only 5 choices. I labored to come up with Dawson. Ah, Tim Raines. That's right. I knew that. All right. Tim Raines had a season. All right. Well, thank you so much for playing. That's right there with the Brewers, I think. But I think the Brewers might have. I mean, Brewers also have Hoffman and Ted Simmons were inducted recently. Um, I think they've got what 7 now, all told. Because you got Yount, Molitor, Henry Aaron, Raleigh Fingers, Don Sutton. That's 5, and then tacked on Simmons and Hoffman just the last 5 years or so. All right. Well, I will take a 19. I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of scores. I mean, that's the real stinker there, but nothing against Brad Hand. Um, anyway, thank you so much for playing, and I'll be back at tomorrow. Peace.